In today's video, let's see the hazard management in oil tankers. Introduction: the world runs on oil, as well as the ships that transport it around the globe. Tanker ships are ships that are commonly utilized for the transfer of liquid cargo in bulk. The oil tanker ship is the most commonly used of all tanker vessels at sea. Oil spills and leaks are a fire hazard and can pollute the environment. Spills and leaks should thus be avoided, and if they do occur, prompt attention should be paid to halting the source and cleaning polluted areas. Oil tankers can be broadly classified into two types: crude oil tanker ship. These vessels are larger in size, such as a VLCC tanker or a ULCC tanker, and are used to transport enormous amounts of unrefined crude oil from one port to another. They mostly transport unrefined product from the point of origin to the refineries. Product tanker ship. This vessel is mostly used to deliver refined oil. They are smaller in size than crude oil tankers because of the hazardous nature of the cargo carried by these types of boats. A seafarer operating on an oil tanker ship must be especially cautious. Not all cargo carried by different types of tanker ships is risky, but they all pose some risk. It is critical that sailors recognize and assess the many occupational risks involved aboard a tanker ship. The following are hazards associated with an oil tanker ship that a seafarer must be aware of. Flammability. Cargoes transported on tanker ships are flammable in nature since most of them emit gases that can combine to generate a combustible mixture of hydrocarbons. A combustible mixture is composed of 1 to 10% hydrocarbon gas by volume and the remainder is air. Smoking. Several fires have happened in the past as a result of smoking in restricted areas. A seafarer must always obey all smoking instructions and should only smoke in designated places where it is authorized. Take no cigarettes, matches, or lighters onto the deck. Static electricity. Static electricity charge in the tank. This phenomena may not be as dangerous aboard an oil tanker because power is earthed to the ship's hull. However, if a charge remains in the tank, bringing a metal object into the tank may cause a spark, resulting in an explosion. Check for earthing before bringing any metal object, tool, or sounding tape into a tank. Steam. Since high-velocity water droplets in a jet of steam can acquire charged while passing through a nozzle and form a charged mist. Steam should not be injected into a compartment or piping system that contains a combustible combination. CO2. The fixed CO2 fire fighting system is placed to extinguish the flames by spraying high-velocity CO2. It will swiftly evaporate, then cool and create solid carbon dioxide particles, which may become electrostatically charged. Personal equipment hazards. Unapproved torches. When embarking on a new vessel, it is customary for seafarers to bring their own torches. Only EEX-approved flashlights should be used on an oil tanker ship at all times. Mobile phones/camera. Personal GSM mobile phones, cameras, and other similar devices should never be brought onto an open deck since they can produce sparks and ignite any combustible gas. Tools. Unapproved power tool. Electrical equipment and power tools are commonly used in ship operations on a daily basis. Always utilize inherently safe electrical equipment on oil tanker ships. Hand tool. If a metal tool comes into contact with another metal tool, a deck surface, or any other metal surface, it can spark. Only use such instruments in a safe area, such as the open deck, after they have been inspected by a responsible officer. There are non-sparking tools available, however they can be dangerous since ferrous metals may be embedded in the softer non-ferrous material. Aluminium equipment/tools. When aluminium metal is pressed on a rusted surface, the temperature of the surface rises. In hazardous areas, avoid using aluminum-based equipment and tools. Aluminium utensils, such as a ladle or spade, should not be used in the galley. Aluminium paint. Similarly, when another metal is scraped or hammered on a rusty surface, aluminium paint will have the same effect as described before. Cathode protection unit. Anodes. Anodes are fitted inside tanker ship tanks to prevent corrosion. Never drop or allow the anode to strike the tank surface as this may cause a spark, which might ignite combustible gases. Harmful mixture. Inert gas. The main source of fire prevention on an oil tanker ship is inert gas. It is, nevertheless, toxic to humans when inhaled. A low-quality inert gas with a high CO2 level can combine with ammonia to generate carbamate, H2S. Hydrogen sulfate is commonly found in crude oil, naphtha, fuel oil, and gas oils. Its concentrations are often reduced before loading onto a tanker vessel using proprietary stabilization procedures. Even at low concentrations, a small amount of H2S can be very poisonous, corrosive, and combustible. It's a colorless gas with a rotten egg odor. Even a short duration of exposure to high quantities of H2S can be lethal. Corrosivity. Crude oil transported in a ULCC tanker or petrol in a product tanker are pretreated to eliminate corrosive salts such as calcium, magnesium, and sodium chlorides. If these salts are present, they will react and generate hazardous liquids or fumes that may assault human tissue. Weather, wind. A strong wind may create low pressure on the lee side of a deckhouse or structure and thereby cause vapor to be carried towards it in an oil tanker. The responsible officer of the tanker ship must take a call to carry out the cargo operation in such situations. Lightning. If an electrical storm occurs near the ship, cargo activities must be halted immediately. Oxygen deficiency. Enclosed space. A ship has various enclosed areas, and the number grows for an oil tanker ship. A tanker ship's pump room is considered an enclosed location, and all entry precautions must be performed by sailors. Needless to say, the crew must take all enclosed space precautions when cleaning or inspecting a tanker. Repair work. Hot labor is regarded as one of the most dangerous tasks on a ship. And the danger multiplies when performed on a tanker ship. Seafarers performing hot work must adhere to all safety procedures on the job site, such as avoiding hazardous environments, and in the surrounding areas. Pollution, spillage. The risk of an oil spill is not limited to the tanker ship, but it can have a significant impact on the marine ecosystem near the vessel. Almost all serious pollution at sea in history has been caused by tanker ship accidents. In next video, let's see the control measures required to manage hazards. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. Let us know your questions or comments in the comment box below. For more such videos, subscribe to MarinAura.